My guest is not only a grandmaster in chess, but also a grandmaster in how to boost your mindset for peak performance.
We don't really want to train, we don't want to really suffer, we don't want to do just difficult things.
After giving up chess, he became a successful professional poker player using psychological tricks to help him.
They do often some very advanced techniques, so advanced that for normal people it might sound like it's crazy, it's stupid, it's like what the heck.
His name is GM Avetik Grigoryan, and he has coached many successful chess players, including the national team of Thailand. Often, he helps his students not just with chess, but also with boosting their psychology. And he has shared many insights with me.
When I'm talking and working with top chess players, I am often so confused and so surprised that they don't know basic things of the peak performance world. Even what to eat before the game, what to do before, what to do during, what to do 1 week before.
At the end of the episode, we've played an exciting Blitz game. Do not miss it.
Maybe I'm playing to lose, but okay.
Hi, Avo. Great to see you on the show. Excited to talk with you about your insights and your path in the world of chess, in the world of business, in the world of poker, psychology, self-improvement, and many other topics.
You are doing an awesome job, and I'm very happy to be at your show, and greetings to all your listeners.
I'm sure that they will be as impressed by your life story as I was when I learned it. By the way, let's start from the connection between chess and poker, because this is interesting. I know that many chess players are great poker players and vice versa sometimes, but usually actually it's first chess then poker. I haven't heard of poker champions becoming chess champions, interestingly enough. So I know that you are a proponent of a big role of psychology in chess, and I guess in poker as well. So how big of an impact do you think, on a scale from 0 to 100, psychology plays in chess?
More than 90%, I think.
More than 90%. But
Yes.
if you play bad chess, psychology won't help you. So how would you like, if we take the chess part and the psychology part?
Yeah, I think if you're just already a good chess player, yeah, so let's say you are a grandmaster, and with weak psychology, with bad mood, with everything, you will, of course, will perform much worse. Maybe you will play master level. But when I say I think it's 90%, it is when you are growing your journey. Because with weak psychology, with weak mindset, you will not make it. So I think that all the successful people in careers, wherever they achieve something, be it in sport or be it in business or be it in somewhere, or they became presidents of their country, I think they were very strong in their mindset and psychology. And without that, you just don't get there.
Yeah, definitely. So you say that a grandmaster will play on the level of an IM if the psychology is bad, right?
Can be worse. At some point, I was going through a very difficult period in my life. My parents divorced. I had difficult relationship with my ex-girlfriend. I had some strange friends. Then everything was going very bad for me. And now looking back at those games, I had 2600 rating then. Like, I would play sometimes games that I'm looking at them and I would say it's 2300. And with white pieces, I would lose in 20 moves. I would play so poorly and everything. So when the mood is not there, when my word is like when your minions are not there, where you are not there, you can perform much worse. And if in chess it is more or less, you can compensate it with the skill. In poker, it's even worse, because in poker, every second happens action. In chess, you can just play good chess, good moves, and sometimes you will have moves that it's like, oh, what I did, and you have unpleasant moments. But when you play poker, so when I was playing professionally, I would play on 2 monitors at the same time and 20 boards at the same time. So every second happens action. And maybe something very bad happened, you are very unlucky, and you got out from 3 tournaments at the same time, you are leading the tournament, you are out. Mood there is becoming more important, because if you lose it, you will just immediately lose all the boards, you will do all the stupid thing, and then the snowball effect works, because when you start doing worse, your mood becoming worse. With worse mood, you are doing worse decisions, and you are getting into this vicious cycle. So your performance just go down.
Yeah, I think you can compare it with online Blitz, because you play also many games, and if you tilt, you can lose like 200 racing points.
That's true. Yeah, when you play, let's say, World Championship of Blitz or Rapid, tilt factories can be more, because you lose a winning game and you don't have much time to bounce back. When you are playing classical tournament, it's easier. You lose the game, it's painful, but you have the evening, you can go and do some difficult activities. Then you sleep, you take shower, you eat ice cream and everything. You listen music, watch movies. You have all the things that you can come back, more or less. With Blitz, it's more difficult. You just lost a painful game, and you need to bounce back. So in poker, it's just imagine it's hyper bullet. So it's like, in every 0.1 seconds decisions you are making, and often it's unlucky things happening to you. So if your psychology is not stable, you have a problem.
And in poker, it's not even 90%, it's close to 100 probably, right?
It's still skill. It's without, if you are just the strongest person in the world, but without skills, you still cannot do that. But they go together. And again, when I say that it's 90% to meet psychology, is the same way. It's not just when you play the game, it's when you train. It's when you put yourself to train and to learn and to go and to do. If you don't have mindset, if you don't want to achieve anything, you just don't do anything, and you just don't achieve it, because it's natural and it's come from deep inside us. We don't really want to train. We don't want to really suffer. We don't want to do just difficult things. Our body is programmed in a way that it wants to just chill and save energy. Whenever we will just, we need to study this, the body says, I'm going to lose the energy. And why? So if you don't have anything there, you just don't do, and you become a lazy person, and then you suffer later at some point in your life.
I think this ties in well with your concept of minions. I really loved it. So when you spoke about it in some of your content, can you tell my audience about it? Because it's a fascinating, I think, tool.
Yeah, sure. So unfortunately, I didn't know many things about peak performance and psychology when I was playing chess. And I learned many things when I started poker, because it's even more important. And at some point, I got like very, very, very deep into peak performance world. And I was grinding every book, every course available online. And I would work quite big names in the peak performance world. And I started to learn lots of things. And one of the fascinating things for me was to learn that this peak performance in the world, in all areas, from sports to business world, they do often some very, very advanced techniques. So advanced that for normal people, it might sound like it's crazy, it's stupid, it's like, what the heck? Starting from visualization to affirmation to speaking loudly and everything. And when the good example is Michael Phelps. He was the best swimmer the world has ever seen. And from 18 years old, he was winning every gold medal there. And when he retired with their coaches, they revealed what they were doing. And the shocking thing was, after he would go to swim for hours, he would come back, take rest, and then he would swim 2 hours a day laying on his sofa. So when you say someone, Michael Phelps was lying on his sofa and was swimming, people might think it's just stupid, it just cannot work, it's impossible, and they just don't want to hear anymore. But what he was doing, he was visualizing all the things, every movement of his hands, of his legs. With brain, he was perfecting his movement. And he was seeing how he's winning every race, how he's winning the medal. And he was connecting his subconscious brain to his body. And when you have this connection, it works very strong. At some point, I realized with all these affirmations and visualization and advancing, what actually it happens. And what it happens, it's just you nurture your subconscious brain and you change your self-image. And your subconscious does the job for you. This is the advanced concept. I like very much Einstein's quote. that he says, if you cannot explain something to 6 years old, you don't understand the concept yourself.
Yep.
So every time I have something in my brain, I try to think, how can I explain it to 6 years old? And subconscious, how can I explain the subconscious and still self-image to 6 years old? So here I came with this minion concept, which I think it's very simple way explains how it happens. My idea with minions is, I imagine that there are 1 million minions in my brain, like small minions from the cartoon, and they are kids. They are like 5 years old kids. They don't want to do anything. They just want to chill. They want to have ice cream. They want to lay and watch Netflix and just don't want to do anything. And if they don't want to do that, but you are like, I want to train, you will need some discipline, you will need some willpower, but often it doesn't go long. It just very often people break on that. The problem comes because you are not connected with your minions and you are in conflict. And when you are in conflict, you lose lots of energy for forcing, they say, your body, yourself, but actually you are forcing your minions, that kids who just don't want to do that. And maybe they will do it 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, 1 month, but eventually they will stop. So the minions, you need to motivate these minions, the kids. And there are 2 ways to motivate. One is, kids, you will gain this pleasure, or kids, if you don't do this, you will have this pain. An example can be, if we become grandmaster kids, we are going to have successful life, we will be financially free, we will travel the world, etc. And the minions will, travel the world, we will go to America, we will go to New Zealand, we will see the world, we will have lots of, let's become a grandmaster. Or it can be the other way, minions, if now we don't train and if we don't become a grandmaster, you know what we will do in our life? They're like, what we'll do is that, you know what, we will not be able to pay for our electricity and we watch Netflix. We need to work. And they're like, what will work? They're like, we will drive taxi every day, 12 hours a day. And they're, no, we don't want to do. And you're like, kids, okay, now let's do this. And they are, let's do this. And if you have this connection with your minions, everything goes much easier in your life. You don't need that amount of willpower and that amount of discipline, because often you will do things unconsciously in a way that they will do it for you. You will not wake up and, I need to train today. Like it will be so smoothly. They will be like, Avo, wake up. Now we are let's go, Avo, let's go to train. It's enough having that burger. Like, let's go to train. Let's do this. So they will push it for you. And the other thing is that I think in our life, we have lots of choices. And through one choice, it opens another choices. And through that choices, it opens another choices. And with all the amount of choices we are making, we are ending up somewhere in our lives. And it's very important, I think, to make choices, smart choices. But the problem is that lots of these choices we are doing unconsciously. Most of our choices we are doing unconsciously. These minions are doing for us. An easy example how our choices can lead us to a different place is this. Imagine you are inviting Avo, can you come to my podcast? And imagine I'm saying, no, I need to go to party. From that choice, there can be other choices, because I'm going to party, I might meet someone, and then from that someone, I go to there, and then the choices take me to somewhere else. And now I might say, okay, yeah, Greg, sure, I'm happy to come, and I'm happy to help chess lovers. And from there, imagine I'm meeting someone from your listeners who is expert in AI, and he's helping us to build our chess mood AI coach, and we just go to different way. So with these choices, the amount of choices we are doing, it often takes us to a different direction. And I love very much the quote that wherever we are now in our lives, me and you, is because of the sum amount of the choices we have made. It's not
Sure.
It's we have made choices. So I think like when you nurture your subconscious mind, in other words, you are aligned with your minions, they will do lots of choices. Subconsciously, you are doing them, and they lead to that place. Another great example, it can be someone is saying, I am blundering a lot, I am blunder grandmaster. So they have this self-image, they have this identity, I am blunder grandmaster, and I hear it a lot. I'm playing chess, just if I didn't blunder, I would be world champion. I'm blunder master. There are nicknames like that. Blunder master, if you just check, a lot. What is the problem with that identity? I am blunder master, I am blunder grandmaster. You are having this identity that I am blundering a lot. You are telling your minions, minions. We are good in chess, but we are blundering a lot. And sure enough, when you play chess, these minions make sure that you are right. And yes, you blunder them. So, if anyone dives deep into peak performance world, one of the easy things, first things they will notice if they especially start working with an experienced peak performance coach, they start with identity, they start with beliefs, they start with self-image, and they start to change all these things, because with changing all those things, they change your choices that you are making unconsciously, and then it takes you somewhere very different place than you are there at that moment.
Well, that's really exciting, and I love this metaphor with the minions. Once I heard it, I decided that I should also use it, because yes, this is very intuitively easy to understand, to grasp, and to apply. Also, you said that with the right mindset, you can go places, and with the wrong mindset, you said that you, as a 2600 rated grandmaster, were playing some games on the level of like 2200. So this is minus 400 points. How many points can you add to your ELO rating on average? Can a person add to their ELO rating if they change their mindset for better, if they learn how to convince their minions, for example, to do their best?
Well, I think it very depends also how much is your rating in psychology at that moment. And I think that, for example, like I'm 20, what is my rating? I forgot already. Let's say I'm 2600 Grandmaster, yeah? It's not that I'm 26 in everywhere. It's not that I'm 26 in openings, middle game, end game, and everywhere, yeah? So I think besides the opening, middle game, end game, and everything, there is this mindset, there is attention, there is fighting spirit, there is time management skills, there is practical decision making. So many, many, many things. Yeah. So if somebody has, for example, 2400 in opening and 2800 in the end game, so the average is 26. Yeah. So it very depends on what's that individual's psychological strength at that moment. I know many grandmasters who has 2600 rating, and if you train with them, you will be surprised. You will just like, what? It's really 2600? Just outplay them all the time when you train with them. But the thing is that when they play, they perform so well. They dive into the game. They are so focused. No other thing is bothering them. So their mindset is 2800. They chess might be 25 or 20, something around there. And then as an average, they have 26. So if at some point someone's mindset is 2200 level and they have 2600 level Grandmaster, you can just easily understand that improving that mindset, where it can lead. And it's, when I was learning about all this stuff, I tried it on myself, and it completely changed my poker career. It changed the way I started to do at chess mode. It changed everything. Like for people, many people, it's how often could you wake up at 4 a.m. and play poker to cover the salaries, and you would work 15 hours a day for a year? But for me, it was easy, because minions was with me. I had lots of energy. I didn't have really problem with discipline and all that habits. So it changed all my life with that. And the same way I did it with many students with mindset. An example that is coming to my mind is Prithu. He was young, very talented Indian kid who was at 15. He had already 2 Grandmaster norm, but he was stuck there, not losing. He was not raising rating. He was losing rating, and he was not making the 3rd GM norm. And when we started to train, I was shocked by the amount of knowledge he had. I was shocked the way he understood chess. I was shocked that this 15-year-old kid can outplay me during the training. I was like, probably he's a tactic as many kids, yeah? Just no, he would often outplay me positionally. So I was shocked. I had only one problem. It was psychology. And we fixed few things. And in a few months, he made his 3rd GM norm. He raised another 60 points. He became a Grandmaster. And they were doing chess, but I was not really helping him with chess. With true chess, I was fixing his mindset. Bam, he did that. Another good example comes to my mind. We had a Armenian Grandmaster who was stuck at 2550 level for maybe 6 years. And I knew what is his problem. He had a very, very weak self-image. And we started to work at chess. Maybe we did together 10 sessions. He knows so much at 2600, so much. So I didn't really help him through chess. We just changed his self-image. We just changed the way he dresses. It's funny. If I tell this to peak performance coaches, they will not laugh. It will be just standard. Yeah, of course. Yeah, makes sense. But for normal human, yeah, we changed the way you dress and then you made it and suddenly you raise 100 points in the next year. And the interesting thing is that often chess players don't understand that thing themselves because ego usually tries to protect and say, we did it. And we don't want to say, we just change our hairstyle. We just change something there. But self-image, it was changed, and self-image after self-image is changed, everything is changed. The problem with that person was he had weak self-image. And when I asked, what do you think the successful people were? His answers were completely different from what he was doing. Completely.
What did he start wearing? Please tell me.
It was just, we just, with my wife, we went together to shopping mall and helped him to change everything. We just picked what he was thinking successful people was wearing. For someone might be, I think successful people are wearing suits and they are going to office. For someone might be successful people are just wearing jeans and t-shirt. It can be different, yeah? So we changed that part. And then the next month I would meet my other friends and they would say, oh, have you noticed that guy? He's talking differently, he's behaving differently, he was telling these jokes, he changed. And yeah, he changed, he dramatically changed. And this might sound, for many people, it will sound like hocus pocus, but it's like really deep world in this peak performance. And the books that comes to my mind, it is written by Dr. Maxwell, and he had a very interesting story. He was a surgeon and a plastic surgeon. And he would notice that when he's doing this plastic surgery, people completely are changing and becoming totally different people. He was so fascinated on that he became a psychologist. And then he wrote a bestseller book called Psycho-Cybernetics. And it's again, the same topic, how our self-image can change. So it sounds myself, when I was learning all these things, I was sounding like I was very skeptic, like, what the heck is that? Yeah. It sounded like, nah. But then when you see that every top are doing this, and they are very expensive peak performance coaches who are helping and teaching that, you slowly understand, maybe there is something different these people are doing, and maybe I can copy paste something from them.
Yeah, that's really fascinating. Do you regret not having this knowledge about psychology when you were playing professional chess? Because as I understood, you already retired by the time you started.
Yes, I retired. I try to live it without regret, and I don't know where it would take me by playing professional chess. Maybe I would be happier. Maybe I would not be happier. Maybe something bad would happen. But for now, I'm very happy with my life. I'm happy what I'm doing now with Trust Mode, with our team and everything where I'm in my life. So I'm very happy. So I don't know if it was good or bad, but one thing is I'm very happy is that I started to learn about peak performance and learning that we can just use our brain better and we can do things much better than we think.
Yeah, by the way, I was really impressed by your lessons on chess mode. Many of them featured psychological advice, especially, for example, how not to blunder.
Yeah.
How to stop yourself when you get too carried away during a chess game and notice a supposedly winning continuation of moves. I understood that this is in particular the area that I need to focus on. So yeah, respect for bringing this knowledge to the masses. This is
thank you.
A very important topic. And I see from top players nowadays how often they speak about psychology helping them. Now, let's take Arjun, who is one of the guests of my podcast, and he has risen so high over the last couple of years. Yeah, he has attributed most of his success to psychology, which is, I think, an argument to be, of course, considered when some skeptics say, "Oh, psychology, this is esoteric stuff." This is not. By the way, let's talk a little bit about the World Chess Championship. because there definitely psychology is playing a huge part. I think this is like the tournament or like the chess event where psychology plays the biggest part, because I can sometimes recognize people playing the match and playing these very same people, like Gukesh, for example. When he played the Olympiad, a completely different person than when he played the match. So what's your opinion of what's been happening over there with Dean, with Gukesh? Very up and down match, definitely.
Yeah, I think psychology is going to be incorporated into chess world more during the years. I had Todd Herman on my podcast, who was the coach of Kobe Bryant, Rafael Nadal, Cristiano Ronaldo, Real Madrid, and he was not teaching them their skills. And all those people, who are every name I mentioned, they are top one, right? They all had coach. They all had mental coach. But this is something that we don't see. We think, okay, what is Cristiano Ronaldo is doing? Skill, training. We don't see that there are coaches who are working with them mentally. So I think that the more the time goes, the psychology will dive more into chess world, especially when top players will start revealing what they are doing. The problem is that people often don't reveal because it is their secret. It's not easy to reveal with the others. What is happening now in the World Championship match? I guess when this episode will be out, maybe the match will be ended already. But the thing is that you enter to tournament often with different attitude and a different mindset. So for Gukesh in Olympiad, it was something where he was leading the team. He was blaming himself for the previous Olympiad.
Yeah.
And he had some inner things, and especially the first part started very well for the team and himself. And he got such a confidence that it started to just go with a snowball effect. Now he came here with a different mindset. It is you play for the World Championship match, you are a challenger, but you know that you are the favorite. It's another type of pressure on you, because even if you are young, you understand that maybe the next chance will be not in the next future. And you are so close of being a world champion to your dream. So it's a different mindset. The same way, he lost the first game. If he won the first game, we could see a very, very different picture. The same way, it's difficult mindset for Dink. He was playing to become a world champion. Now he's playing to defend his title. So everything is different. But still, when I'm talking and working with top chess players, I am often so confused and so surprised that they don't know basic things of the peak performance world. Even what to eat before the game, what to do before, what to do during, what to do 1 week before. There are some basic things, and it's very surprising to me that they don't know. And it's also interesting how better chess they can play if they know. But okay, it's everyone's choice, and there will be choices. There will be some choices where they can go and start learning it, but unconsciously they might miss such opportunities. And it's them who is doing these choices.
I am really intrigued about like these things that you said about what to eat before the game, what to do during the game. Can you please share like at least a couple of insights and life hacks in this area?
It's quite a big topic, including because it's how you sleep. It's very important. It's the number one important thing. It's what you eat and how you exercise, and these three are all together. Because if you sleep bad, whatever you eat, your nutrition system doesn't work well. If you sleep bad, you cannot really train very well, and then the system is breaking. And the same way, if you don't train well, you eat well, but without training, you don't nurture. Your nutrition doesn't go well, and you sleep worse. So it's all works together. And I was talking very recently, like months ago, with one of the top players in the world. Unfortunately, I cannot name. And he had no idea, like absolutely no idea. And he would ask me, tell me more. What should I do? Like you are that level. How you don't know that basic things? So I had on my podcast Ben Greenfield, who is on one of the big top fitness coaches of America, and he shared some interesting things. One thing it was interesting, I also learned a lot from books, is that before the game and also during the game, you should eat fat. That was interesting to me. That was new to me. Fat, because we like fat, really fat, but healthy fat. It can be avocado, it can be nuts, just healthy fat. And the interesting thing is that our brain is mostly consists from fat. And then it makes, that's right. Then I should do that way. And so there are lots of things, books and courses, things about all these three areas, how to train, what you should do. Fascinating things like that. If you train in the morning, it affects the quality of your sleep at night. And there are so many things that we can improve our performance that I think it's worth spending some time learning and then all our life doing better. And because also when we are doing better, we are happier. We have more energy. We are happier. When we are happier, our surroundings are happier. And then we are again getting into the snowball effect. So this is something I regret that I didn't learn earlier.
Very fascinating. I will definitely link the episode. I didn't, unfortunately, listen to it. I will link the episode that you mentioned in the description of the podcast for everyone to check out. Can you recommend some other resources?
There are even better ones. There are just better ones than it was with me. Just people, if just somebody gets interested, as I just Google how to eat smartly or how to sleep smartly, they will find lots of resources. So Ben Greenfield has one book called Boundless, I think, which is a great book. The only problem is too big. It is 1,200 pages or 600 pages, something very, very big. One book that comes to my mind, it is that covers all the areas. So it can be just first steps. It is written by Jim Quick. He's a brain coach. And he talks about everything from what to eat. He even have receipts like what kind of cocktails you can have in the morning, how you should sleep and everything. One thing I don't like about that book, it's too much advertisement and takes it all the time to his website where he will sell you a few things. But he is clearly expert. People also can just go and Google Jim Quick and watch his podcast. This is one of the things I'm often doing, just finding a few people, watching their podcast. There is many people that are there. Sleep Smarter comes to my mind for better sleep. The guy also have a book, Eat Smarter, so for nutrition. For training, for better exercise, it doesn't come someone particularly to my brain. But one thing I will recommend to doing is explore what is Tabata. It is specific exercises that usually you do in the morning. And it has such an effect on all your body and everything. So this is something I would recommend. Just Googling Tabata and think what is this exercises, and you do it in the morning, 20 minutes, something like that. Very, very easy to do. And it really has effect.
Okay, Tabata. We'll check it out. And as usual, we will link all the books and resources mentioned in the episode in the description of the podcast. So do check it out. Well, this sounds like a huge new area that I will need to research to become a better chess player, in addition to researching chess.
The funniest thing is when you do this research and you start doing, you are not just becoming a better chess player. You are becoming better in every area.
Yeah, of course. Not it's multifaceted effect that you experience, of course. Better sleep, better health, better productivity. By the way, about productivity, I think you guys should listen to what Avo is saying, because he already gave a short snippet of this story, but he managed to play professional poker, getting up every day at 4 a.m., making some money to work on his startup, to pay his IT team, to develop Chess Mode, which is, by the way, an amazing platform. I sincerely recommend it. And until the 20th of December, right? You have this offer that I recommend everyone check out. You can get free access. It's like Thanksgiving offer that lasts until the 20th of December. Check out Chess Mode. It has lots of really, really cool courses on all stages of the game: openings, middle games, end games. All courses are by GMs very high quality. I've heard lots of great reviews. And once I tried it, I was very impressed. I'm now doing the courses practically every day, preparing for my upcoming tournament. And I can say that this is like a treasure trove of content. Yeah, I'm sure that most of my viewers from beginners to grandmaster level would benefit from this, because you have courses for many different levels. So
Thank you.
I guess you gave. Yeah, thank you for creating this amazing product. So, and I think, Avo gave me the link for everyone, you guys, to use this offer. You should follow this link. It's in the description of the video and audio version of this podcast. It is chessmo.com/Mustreader. So just check out this link, but don't forget to do it until the 20th, because then the offer expires. And yeah, still you can and should check out Chessmood, but it will be on the paid basis after that. So you can try it for free until then. So yeah, respect for doing this, and I think this illustrates your efficiency and productivity. The fact that you could do this crazy stuff, playing poker, running your own business at the same time, having a family life.
Yeah. It is. I think so many startups are collapsing, and there is like 99 or some very high percentage. And I think it comes from just not being aligned with their minions, not knowing why they are doing. And you push willpower, discipline, 1 month, 6 months, 1 year, second year, but then you collapse. So we were doing it already 7 years. The first year was very difficult. But as you said, I would wake up at 4 to 8 a.m. I would play poker to cover the salaries, and then build Chessmood was difficult. Then you are building this, you are building, like now we have built 500 hours of courses. Now we are continuing to build our AI coach to continue without having this connection with the minions and some techniques I've learned from peak performance work. It's just impossible to work 10 hours, 12 hours, week by week, month by month, year by year, and to build that. Even if some top performance, they don't know about minions, they don't know about subconscious minds, they don't know about peak performance, they will still have some good connection with their minion, even if they don't know. They will have some connection with their minions, why they want to become 2700 or something. Because if you don't have it, doesn't work, just doesn't work.
By the way, do you know if Magnus ever used some performance coaches? Because he definitely has a great connection to his minions.
Yeah, the problem I think is that many people are not talking about that. It's a strong secret. It's really strong power. It raises hundreds of points additionally. The problem is that they don't talk. So yeah, I think even if he says that I never, I think he should have. And I know peak performance coaches who are working with many top players. They are not saying names. So slowly, I think the chess world is getting there. Without that, it's just something is not clicking. And then it doesn't go natural.
Yeah, maybe for some people, they are just naturally very good at psychology. Maybe Magnus is one of them. But definitely, I'm sure that
it's 100%. It is often many things comes from childhood. At childhood, you might have a pain. You might be beaten at childhood, and it adds so much anger at you that you will say, like, I will owe this world. And I was reading Elon Musk's book, written by Walter Isaacson. It's fascinating. And he don't say it in his interviews. He doesn't say it is not. He had bad childhood, and he says, I'm who I am because of my childhood. And he was bullied in his childhood. He was beaten in his childhood. And when he would come back home, his father would beat him and say, like, go out from home, sleep outside. He had difficult childhood. And you don't understand, you don't know how your minions change. And they say, like, let's owe the world, or let's do this differently. Let's show these assholes like I am the man or something. Many things can happen from childhood, and psychology also proves this, that childhood has lots of connections to that.
Okay, you've definitely inspired me. So I'm in a great mood to play a traditional Blitz game at the end of the podcast that we do against my guests. Let's do it.
If I knew that I will inspire you to beat me, I would not tell you all this. So be kind with me.
Let's go. Grandmasters give me timeouts 1 against 5 usually. So if you're fine with that, let's do it.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Maybe I'm playing too loose, but okay. Too loosely. Mhm. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Mm. Not the best course of action for me. You overpraised me. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Mhm. Oops. Thank you, Awa. I got probably lucky at some point. You did not use my mistakes, utilizing my mistakes. But yeah, you had not enough time, of course. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the game. It was fascinating, and yeah, guys, don't forget to check out Chessmood again. 100% recommended by me. The link is in the description, and don't forget to leave a comment if you want part 2. Avo, thanks again. Thanks a lot.